That's not good. All right, I guess we have connection. Dropped it first. So what is up, everybody? I've been missing for a little bit. Danny, what's going on, man? Where have I been? Actually, I flew back to Florida for the week. So I was visiting family and friends and just catching up, taking a little bit of a break, and yeah, visiting family, visiting home. But I'm back now. More videos will be coming. So if you guys have any topics you want me to cover specifically, just let me know, so that way we can hopefully get a little list going. I have a couple topics that I still want to make some videos about, but any recommendations you guys have, just let me know, and be glad to do them, as long as I get some good lists here. We'll see. So expat, what's going on, man? Just going for a walk. Been in the house all day. Got back in late last night to the airport, and by the time I got home it was about 3 a.m. so slept in super late. Been doing chores around the house all day, cleaning, cooking, shopping, all that good stuff. So felt like getting out here and going for a walk. It's been brutally hot today, so it's still hot right now. It's about 107, but since the sun's going down, it's not as bad. Still hot though. Trevor from Jamaica. Wow, that's an interesting move. What made you want to come to Vegas? When I was in Florida, there was a lot of Jamaicans there, especially in Miami, but I lived in Orlando. We had a lot of Jamaicans there as well. So when do you plan to be in a relationship? I don't plan on being in a relationship. You should never set a time on being in a relationship. You just live your life, and when somebody good comes along and it works out, then there you go. I don't think you should ever be searching for a relationship. Just let it happen. The best relationships I've ever had have been relationships that have been very random, not planned. I wasn't searching for anything. When I did search, never found anything good. So what's up, Ryan? Beautiful night here in Vegas. I agree, man. It's a little windy, but beautiful out here. I'm just at the lake that I'm always at. I want to give you guys some new scenery here soon, but just felt like doing a video. It's, you know, been a week since I've been out of town, so just wanted to come on and put a video together. And I know you guys have seen this place before, but I just thought I'd come on and maybe answer some questions that you guys have, just help some people out, provide some value, and just have some fun in the meantime. Share this sunset. Let's see. I saw a video on the top 10 reasons not to move to Orlando. Yeah, that was World According to Briggs. The only thing, he didn't mention anything about I-4, so it's mind-boggling. But he does videos. I don't know where he's based from or where he lives, but I think he just researches topics, makes a video about it. I don't think he really has a whole lot of experience in places, but most of his reasons were pretty good. There's a couple that he left out, but Tony, when are you gonna do some vlogs from some restaurants? I don't know. What kind of food do you guys want me to do? I thought about doing some buffet stuff, maybe. I was considering going to the buffet tomorrow, actually. So I like doing different stuff. Just right now, the Vegas videos about moving here have been doing good, so I've just been kind of rolling with that and doing some live streams here and there. So, but yeah, more types of videos are coming for sure. I want to start doing like actual vlogs too. So, summer nights are wonderful. Yeah, I love it. It's nice to just come out here and just walk. This is awesome. Thanks, you got it, man. If you have any questions, Rain's Daz, let me know. Just here to answer some questions, so whatever you guys want. And then make sure you click the thumbs up button if you haven't. Do you think you are a bodybuilder? No. I'm not a bodybuilder. I do not intend to be a bodybuilder. I don't know why people think I'm a bodybuilder. I just am a guy who enjoys fitness and living life and traveling, all that good stuff. Not a bodybuilder. Healthy food spots with fish. That'd be good. I've been trying to eat more fish lately and kind of get away from so much of the meats. Do you see a lot of snakes out there? I actually have never seen a snake out here, surprisingly. I've seen a snake when I was in Arizona, and I saw a snake when I was in California a few times, but I've still yet to see one here in Vegas. What's up, King? No, I've only been live streaming for about 6 minutes, so you're pretty on time. Windy City beef and dogs in Summerlin is awesome. Let's keep walking now that the sun's going down. I was afraid that the phone was going to overheat if I was in the direct sun, so. Windy City beef, yeah, sounds good. I'm always down to try new things. I still have not tried sushi ever in my life. People think I'm crazy, so if you guys know any good sushi spots, maybe I'll do a live stream of me eating sushi for the first time. That could be cool. Any new ideas for your vlogs? I mean, when I start doing more vlogs again, it'll just be day in the life type stuff or videos that you guys are curious about. Yeah, I mean, whatever you guys like is pretty much what I'm always going to do more of, you know. No sense in spending hours and hours on a video that nobody watches. So any type of content that does good, I will always make more. What's up, Laquan? Hopefully not Raising Cane's again. That sounds so good because I haven't had that since I was out of town for a week. I was back in Florida, for those of you just catching on. I was back in Florida for a week. That's why I haven't uploaded any videos this week. So I miss Raising Cane's. That does sound really good. But I'm not going to do it. I have some groceries coming. Should be here in about an hour. So I figured while the Amazon was coming, come out here and do a little live stream. I Love Sushi on Eastern is good and reasonably priced. Is that the name of the actual place? It's called I Love Sushi. It's a cool name. What's up, Marcus? 2 dislikes, really? Yeah, there's always going to be people, for whatever reason. I have people who subscribe. They have notifications on, and the second that I post something, they dislike it. Doesn't matter. It's just people who ultimately have nothing better to do with their life. So they just want to click dislike. And little do they know that by actually clicking dislike, that actually helps the video as well. So whether they like it, dislike it, comment, any type of interaction actually helps the video and helps the channel. So whatever, it is what it is. What's up, Jackson? Fort Worth, another Texas person.
Whatever he uses, he would see.
It's called I Love Sushi. I'll have to check it out. Maybe that's where I'll do the taste test from. If I do go there, I will do a video. I'm not sure how my reaction will be. I've had smoked salmon before, which is kind of raw in a way, and I really liked it, so might be okay. It's exactly 1 mile around that pond. Yep, pretty much about a mile. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way around. Just wanted to come out here for a little bit and just update you guys, let you know I'm still alive. Things are good. Things are moving. Just was out of town, so I had some people actually message me on Instagram like, "Hey, are you okay? I haven't seen you post in a week." So that's cool. I'm good, guys. That's cool to see though that like people reached out. That's pretty cool. Are you always a upbeat type of guy? I mean, I try to be positive about life. You know, there's no sense in being a downer, but you know, we all have our days. By no means am I always upbeat or positive or happy, but I try to be as much as I can because life is short, and yeah, you should always try to make the best of it, and always look on the bright side when you can. But like I said, we all have days where sometimes things just keep happening that are bad, and sometimes they'll get the best of you. But the thing is, just wake up the next day and start over, realize it's a fresh start, keep it moving. Hello, Britt. What are your top 3 go-to spots for food in Vegas? Well, number 1 would definitely, this is gonna sound really, whoa, almost dropped the phone. This is gonna sound really funny to some of you, but I love Raising Cane's. As like fast foodish as that is, I like Raising Cane's. Let's see, number 2, I really like Teriyaki Madness. That's a healthy place that's really good. So yeah, Teriyaki Madness probably number 2. And number 3, where I find myself, it's not local to Vegas, but Chipotle. Besides that, if you guys haven't tried Big Chicken, it's really good. Big Chicken is actually Shaq's restaurant. It's just off the strip right next to the Hard Rock. It's kind of similar to like a Chick-fil-A. It's a pretty good place. I like it. Did not realize that was so zoomed in. Sorry for the shaking, guys. Did you miss our earthquake? I did miss it. I was actually here for the first one, but I had left that evening, and I was walking here and I didn't feel it when it happened. But the 7.1 that hit, I didn't feel that. I wasn't around at all. What are the passenger like in Nevada? I didn't drive in Nevada when I was for Uber. I only did it in Florida, and I did it in LA, so I'm not sure. But I mean, it seems like for the most part, the drivers that I've spoke to, I mean, most people are cool, you know. You're always gonna have those couple that are either rude or just disrespectful in general, but it's few and far between. I think you just have to really feel people out, know if they want to talk or not, and just use your judgment to the best you can. So we got 17 people on. If you guys are joining, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. It does help more subscribers to be able to see the video and know that we're actually live, so that people can come on and have a conversation and, you know, join in on the stream. So let's see. Will you ever share a personal life story on your channel? I think I have a few, if you go far back. Nothing like too crazy, but a lot of my older videos, which have nothing to do with Las Vegas, but just videos about my daily life when I used to vlog more. There is some stuff in there if you were to go back and watch those. But yeah, I'd like to do more of that. But right now, just doing what's been working on the channel. But eventually, yeah, there will be more vlogs. There'll be more into my personal life. But right now, the channel is in a growth stage. And it's important when the channel is growing to continue to put out videos that do well. And then you start doing some different stuff here and there. See what people like, what they don't like. All that good stuff. What time is it? It's I think 7:40 or so. So it's relatively early. Probably start walking back the other way in a second, because Are you just walking to Raising Cane's? No, I'm just walking around the lake. Just getting some steps in for the night. I've been inside all day, so wanted to wait for it to cool down a little bit. And yeah, just come out here when it's a little bit cooler and the sun's not beating on you. So it's about 103 right now, but it doesn't feel like it because the sun is gone. Where are you again? This is Cornerstone Park in Henderson. So here's the basketball courts. I don't know if I showed you guys these last time, but basketball courts. Has the heat reached its peak, or will it still get hotter? It definitely hasn't reached its peak, but it's getting there. So it was like 109, 110, 111, but I've seen it get up to 115, 116 last year. So I'm sure we got a few more hotter days coming. What cable do you use? Have you heard of MTG? I don't have cable at all. I haven't had cable in, God, I can't even tell you the last time I had cable. Probably when I lived at home when I was like 21. I haven't had cable since, so I only do internet. And the only internet provider here is Cox, so C-O-X. And yeah, so Cox is pretty good. I haven't had any issues with them, honestly. I think I only pay like $70 for the internet. How was your visit in Florida? It was really good. Glad to be back, but it is nice. It's always nice to be back and like have your own space and have your things and your, you know, just your routine back in check. It's always nice. It's always nice to travel and to go see things, but there's really no place like being home. Better stock up on Gatorade. Yep. I don't really drink much Gatorade, but Gatorade is good to have, especially when it's hot out like this and you're sweating. Have you ever thought about investing? Oh wait, let's see. Do you open, conceal carry? I don't at the moment, but I've been considering it past couple months. I think it's always good to have that. Have you thought about investing in real estate? Yeah, but right now I'm just not at that point in my life where it's a good decision to invest. I have other obligations I'm paying off and trying to get in check. I don't think you should ever invest while you still have any sort of debt. So I want to clear that up, live the debt-free life, and then we can start investing, but not yet. When do you think the temperature will drop to the 80s again? Probably drop October. September will still be pretty hot, but yeah. September is when it kind of starts to cool, so it'll be in the hundreds and 90s in September. Usually October is when you start to cool down, and then later on it starts to get cold after that. Could you elaborate on what kind of debts? I'm not going to go into my own personal situation, but I don't think that you should invest any money while you still owe money. So if you have credit cards, you have personal loans, you have a car loan, I don't think that you should be investing money. Now, mortgage is kind of different in a way, but you know, personally, I don't think you should really invest until you just don't have debt. That's just my personal philosophy on finance. Because any debt you have is just holding you back. You know, if you're paying $400 a month for a car, $400 for credit cards, you know, that's $900 a month. All that interest that you're paying, like, you're probably paying anywhere from 15 to 20% interest or higher, whereas, you know, an investment might make you 5%, 10%. You know, if you just pay off your credit cards that have a 17% interest, you just literally gave yourself a 17% increase in your income. So 95% of the time it's going to be better to pay off your debt than it is to invest in anything. Have you ever seen Pauly D? That's a funny question. He actually goes to the barbershop that I used to go to. So I saw him once. He was getting a haircut next to me. Not a big deal. I just don't see, I don't know, I've never been like a fan of anybody. I mean, everybody's just a person, you know? And when I lived in LA, I used to see people all the time. It's no big deal to me. I don't know. But yeah, I've seen them. Have you ever done Airbnb in Vegas? I'm moving there soon. I have not done Airbnb. I've actually never done Airbnb anywhere, to be honest with you. Hey, Tony from Wisconsin here. Get me out of the cold. That's crazy that it's still cold there in July. Wow. Yeah, any personal questions about finance, I won't be answering. Yeah, that's not a question to be answered here. What barbershop was that? I'm not gonna give that out, unfortunately. I don't want people stalking me. Sometimes people can figure things out, and if they figure it out, that's one thing, but I'm not gonna blatantly blurt out things of where I am and what I do. So, sorry. How much is gas right now? I think it's about $2.69 for a regular, somewhere right around there. But I don't have a car right now, so not too sure, but I think it's about $2.69. I did an Airbnb at the Palms Casino. Yeah, I actually hear the Palms has some pretty cool stuff if you want to do like any sort of rentals. I'm pretty sure they do rentals there. So that's something you could look into. But yeah, if you're just like, let's see, question about Airbnb. Yeah, if you're just doing it for a month, that's a good way to do it. That way you can check out different areas and not have to get yourself in a lease. Where'd you stay when you first moved? I moved right to my apartment. So I moved straight from LA into my apartment because I came here, and this is what I tell everybody to do. Come fly here, drive here, however you need to get yourself here. Rent a car, spend 2 or 3 days searching out areas, looking at apartments, find an area in a community you like, sign your lease, get your apartment reserved, have your new address, start applying to new jobs. You have your new address so that when you apply, your address says Henderson or Vegas, so people will actually call you. Because if your address is still out of state, you're probably not going to get a call. But if you have an apartment set up and you have an address set up, you can start using that address and start getting some calls. So that's always my suggestion for everybody. I don't care if you're moving to Vegas or you're moving to Turkey or Russia. You should never move anywhere without first visiting. So come visit, spend a couple days. You know, before you come here, do your research, look up about 5 to 10 places that you want to look at, and come on out. Gas is $3.25 a gallon. You actually are correct. I was thinking Florida prices because I was in Florida for a week. Yeah, Florida's only $2.69, so over here it's definitely higher. So $3.25 sounds about right, if not even higher than that. Do you like your new home? Yeah, I like it here. 105 degrees at 8 p.m. Sounds about right. But it's a dry heat, guys. It's totally different. Totally different. Like, I'll take this heat all day when I was in Florida, it was about 85, 87, but it was super humid. It felt hotter there than it does here, with it only being, 85, 87. It's 105 here, and it does not feel as hot as it did in Florida. So the dry heat is nice. Isn't all the vegan food in Spring Valley? There's probably vegan food everywhere. I'm not sure. I'm not vegan. I'm not sure. But I highly doubt it's concentrated to one area. It's probably, I'm sure many places have it, especially because we are so close to California. I'm sure there is a lot of vegans here. So, one Vegas YouTuber I follow mocks people who say dry heat, so it doesn't make a difference. It's still hot. Like, I'm not gonna say it's not hot, but it is different. If he's mocking it, he probably is just arrogant to the fact of humidity, and he's just never lived in a humid environment. It's totally different. Totally different. I always say it is still hot, but you're not like clammy. You're not sweating. You're not drenched. You don't feel, like you just got out of a lake. The dry heat is definitely better, in my opinion. Are you gonna get a car again after you pay down your debt? And if so, what kind do you like? I'm getting a car probably by the end of the year. I'm just saving up cash. I don't want to do another payment. Just want to do everything in cash. So either by October or the end of the year, I'm not sure. Sometime in the next 3 to 6 months, I'll get a car again. Just honestly, I work from home. I drive. When I had a car, I was driving 150 miles a month. I was going practically nowhere. So it didn't really even make sense to have the car. Pay car insurance of $200 a month, car payment just to, drive 150 miles a month is kind of useless, honestly. I haven't even missed not having a car. For little things, I guess, but honestly, I was finding myself just getting up and like driving to the gas station, or like driving to go get food when I had food at home, and just doing stupid things just to go drive the car and spend money, which didn't really make sense. But I had friends who went from Phoenix and they said the 80 degrees here feels like 100 there because of the humidity. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it was 85 or so in Florida, and it felt way hotter than it does here right now. The sun is down, but it definitely felt hotter in Florida. The humidity frizzes my hair. Yeah, it'll definitely do that. It'll definitely do that. Breaks out my skin. Yeah, actually, that's very true, because I noticed while I was there that week, I did have some breakouts, whereas I don't usually get them here. So that definitely plays a role, for sure. More than $1 per mile for insurance. Well, they don't charge you per the mile. At least my company. I don't know of companies that charge you by the mile, but I just paid a monthly, fee if I drove 10,000 miles or I drove, 200. It was the same price. The insurance company doesn't really know how many miles you drive unless you have a tracker. So, hello, Natalie. There's sunset. I live in Brooklyn. The humidity is unbearable. You could be sitting. Yep, that's exactly how it was in Florida. Anything really on like the East Coast gets so humid just because it's a wetter environment. The ground is wet, the air is wet. Over here it's just dry. Have you ever seen a tumbleweed? Not over here. I've seen them over by the Hoover Dam, where it's like a little more deserted, but not over here. Finally got a good full-time here in Illinois. Plan to get out of there before the end of the year. There you go. Save up. Looking for apartment recommendations in Spring Valley for under $1,100 a month. Well, I've never really looked too much in Spring Valley, but I mean, if you're looking for a one-bedroom apartment, it's gonna be hard to find anything under $1,100, honestly. You know, you can go downtown. I know you can get something there, you know, in a little bit sketchier of an area. But just from what I've seen and when I started looking, it just didn't seem like there was really too much under 1,100. It seemed like 1,100 was pretty much where most apartments are starting now, even studios. So I'm not sure, man. I would just do a research on rent.com, apartments.com, and just kind of feel that out. Should you be tipping your Ubers and Lyfts? Absolutely. It's a service job. Any service job. Food, taxi. Like Uber is no different than a taxi. It's way cheaper than a taxi, and people still tip a taxi. Like, tip your damn driver. Don't be cheap. If you can't tip, then don't use the service. That's my opinion. Greetings from South Carolina. What's up, Pat? Hi from Brazil. What's up, Brazil? What are some good gyms to join? The most popular one is EOS, and 24-Hour Fitness is also popular. Planet Fitness, all of those are pretty popular. But I like the smaller independent gyms, you know, that aren't corporate based, because then you can go in and, you know, for me, I like to film my workouts, and you know, I don't like a bunch of people there. And whenever you're in the corporate gyms, you just have a lot of people who aren't serious. They're just, you know, they're there to talk. They're there to make friends. They're there to socialize, be seen. They're not there to actually work out. So, do you play any poker out there? I do not. I do not gamble at all. Did you just say studios go for 1,100? I mean, you can find some less, guys. It's like, it's totally up to you and your lifestyle, but from what I've seen, to be in a relatively new place and, you know, to be in a good area, you're gonna be paying about 1,100 a month. And that's for a one bedroom. I mean, if you wanna get a roommate, you know, do a 2-bedroom for 1,300, you know, you split the cost, you're paying $650 each. You know, it's entirely up to you, but if you're somebody who likes to just live on their own, be completely on their own, in a 1-bedroom or a studio, I mean, I would plan for 1,100. Now, if you go downtown, like I said, there is places for $850, you know, $800, but you gotta realize you're in downtown. There's gonna be more trash, there's gonna be more homeless people. You know, it's not gonna be as much of like a family-friendly neighborhood when you start going there. But pretty sure they have Planet Fitness. Yeah, Planet Fitness. We got pretty much every gym that I've ever heard of, besides, I don't believe we have a Crunch, and we do not have LA Fitness, which I find it very surprising that we don't have an LA Fitness, but no LA Fitness. Yes, tip your Uber drivers. I always tip my Ubers with a friend who also does Uber, mentioned I shouldn't. If he's discouraged, he's probably a newbie. So he's under the impression of the old Uber model that didn't, you know, that tried to tell you didn't need to tip, but they also paid a lot more back then. So I don't like, even if it says, I mean, my thing is, it's a service. If you had good service, you should always tip, period. Is Red Rock Casino worth the hype? I've actually only been there twice, but it's really nice. It's off the strip, it's quiet, it's relaxing. I like it. Got a bowling alley, movie theater. It's a nice area. Hey, Yvette. It's still too hot. It is hot, but it is doable. Hello, Ivana. It never hurts to tip. Why would anyone not want to be tipped? Yep. Like I said, anytime there's a service received, you should be tipping. Uber, Lyft, anything. Food delivery, restaurant, taxi, limo, grocery delivery, anything. Hey from Hawaii, what's up, Preston? Did you have any friends in Vegas prior to moving? I had one person that I knew here. That was about it. Gorgeous view, I agree. Super nice right now. Have you had a busy week? Pretty busy. I wouldn't say busy, but an exciting week. I was back in Florida for the week, so that's why I haven't uploaded a video. I'll probably film some videos tomorrow and Monday to get up on the channel. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know on here. Moving in a new place yet? Not yet. Next month, so first week of August, I'll be there. Where have you met people if you work from home? I'm not a big people person, to be honest. I don't like to have a lot of friends. I prefer to have only a few. I prefer to have a close circle, you know, people who are like-minded, you know, people who think the way that I think, you know, they have the same type of values, etc. That's not to say I don't like talking to other people and meeting other people, but as far as, you know, those who I would consider my friends, you know, I'm very active, so I need people around me that are active, because you are a product of your environment. Like, this happens all the time when I coach people with fitness. You know, if you want to be active and you want to get in shape, but you surround yourself with people who just drink soda and they always eat fast food and they're always drinking beer and they're sitting at home, those habits are going to rub off on you, whether you like it or not. And, you know, when you're around that person, that's what they're going to want to do. So I'm just very, very protective of who I spend time with, you know. So people I meet them at the gym, I meet them out walking, I meet them hiking, I meet them doing the things that I enjoy doing that bring value to my life, versus just having somebody around to have a person around. So, you know, whenever you're meeting people, especially in a new city, just do the things you enjoy, you know. Like, I'm out walking right now, who knows, I may say hi to somebody, you know, come out here and do a run or exercise. You may have somebody approach you and say, hey, I really like that workout you're doing, can I work out with you? Like, you never know what's going to happen. That's always the best way to meet people, in my opinion. Haven't seen you stream in a while. So yeah, I've been actually in Florida for a week. I was back home visiting friends, visiting family, just getting back home for a week, getting out of town and doing a little traveling. Gotta love the sunset from Red Rock Canyon. I like it there. You just have to be high up to really see it really good, because the canyon or the mountains are so big. Once it gets behind the mountain, it's hard to see, but yeah, it's beautiful over there for sure. Even tipping $1 is fine, just something, don't stiff your Uber. I agree. I mean, the dollar is almost kind of, I don't know, it's kind of almost like, why bother? But it's better than nothing. I agree. Beautiful evening. I agree. Gorgeous out. Who do you interact with on a daily basis? I interact with my clients that I work with. I interact with you guys. I go into the office at my apartment, have a few people there, a couple people that I work out with. So, you know, a couple people. That's all I need. More friends, more problems, more temptation, more likely that you're going to change who you really are to make somebody else comfortable. You know, that's often what I find. People who have a lot of friends are typically not genuine people, you know, because they have to adjust based on who they're with. You know, they might be with this girl, you know, and they think they have to act a certain way, or, you know, they can't say this or say that. And they're with this guy, same thing. So I prefer to just have a smaller group. What do you do besides working out? Dude, Waylon, I know you follow me from my older videos about fitness and stuff, but dude, I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't just work out 24/7, any of that. I live a normal life, man. I do client work with my fitness coaching clients. I do these YouTube videos. I like to go for walks, go for hikes, go traveling, live life. Are those cicadas? I'm not sure what that is. Cicadas, not sure what that is. I lived in areas where it was humid and places that were dry, west of the Rockies, and there's a difference. I prefer dry heat and dry cold versus damp cold. Yeah, I agree. Dry for sure. How was the Florida trip? It was good. I got to see some friends and family, and you know, I went back last year twice, but I was only there for like 3 or 4 days, so it wasn't like as busy. I didn't get to do as much when I was there, but you know, this time I went for a little over a week, so I got to see a little bit more, just kind of spend a little more time relaxing, not just like running around all the time. So that was nice. We don't talk to strangers in Jersey. I think it's all about how you approach somebody too. You know, you have to realize, like, they have to look like they're open to talking. You know, if somebody has like headphones on and they're in their, you know, you don't approach them. You can always tell if like somebody is going to be social or not, especially even after you know, maybe talk the first couple sentences. You know, you'll know if they want to talk or not. But I think as a culture, we've just gotten away from that, you know, which I get it. I mean, there is sketchy people out there, but the majority of the world is good, guys. I don't care, you know, all the bad shit you see on the news, online, whatever. Like, most people are good people. So, you know, I think we've just gotten away from that, where we're so consumed with ourselves, you know, and that's why depression is an all-time high, obesity is an all-time high, anxiety is an all-time high, because nobody's like, we're social creatures, you know, we thrive in community, and there's a lot of people that are isolating themselves. They're scared of judgment, they're scared of posting their thoughts, they're scared of speaking their mind, and it's just not a good thing. I mean, we have to get back to our original roots, in my opinion, which is being outside, exploring, you know, being active, not sitting at a desk all day. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy right now. Getting a lot of comments, guys, so let's see. I'm trying to catch up. Sometimes I ramble. Ever met anyone or recently relocated, and how did they like it? Let's see. Not recently, but everybody that I've met that has moved here has pretty much really liked it. The biggest thing is just getting adjusted to the heat for most people, but once you're past that, you're good. I live in upstate New York, and it seems everyone is rude and obnoxious, unfortunately. Well, that's the type of culture that we've created as human beings. You know, we think we have to hustle, grind, work, stress, you know, and we have to keep up with the Joneses. This is the real big problem with why people are so unfriendly and stressed out, because everybody's trying to keep up with everybody. You see your new friend posted a car on social media, right? They got a new car. You see your other friend just bought a house, right? So now you start to feel bad about yourself, and then you start to buy things that you really can't afford because you want to post it online to show off to your friends, or, you know, all that stuff. And all that does is lead down a rabbit hole of stress and anxiety and frustration, because now you have all this debt and all these bills that you have to pay, that ultimately came from buying things that you couldn't afford to impress people that you don't really like, to be honest. So that's a big reason why we're so stressed out as a society nowadays, is people are tapped out financially, and they're just stuck working, and people working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, just trying to keep up and just pay all that shit. So that's part of the big problem with that. Let's see. How do construction workers work in that summer heat? I have no idea, but they do it. Do you drink alcohol? Not really, only if it's like a birthday celebration or something, but that's about it. Cicadas are crickets, they're popular. They might be then, because there is like some buzzing. I'm not sure what that is exactly, but glad you had a good trip. I'm leaving on mine. What's up, Cheryl? Where are you heading to? Say it like cicadas. Cicadas. Okay. Good to know. Cicadas. Are Asian restaurants and groceries found in local stores too? Yeah. There's like always an Asian section in most of the places. I know Trader Joe's had one. Smith's has one. Winco. Yeah, every store pretty much has it. But if you want like a dedicated store, I mean, I'm not too sure. Just because I've never really like looked for one, but Chinatown would probably be a good bet for that. Did you get your, so another tip, just make sure you got it. I did, so thank you, Cheryl, I appreciate that. I saw that last week, so that was really nice. Thank you, Cheryl. I agree, humans have made life complicated. Life is so simple, but we make it hard, 100%. And we do it to ourselves 99% of the time. You know, when you think about it, basic necessities are food, water, shelter. You know, that's it. But people try to complicate it to, you know, they need all this fancy stuff. So, have you ever had turbulence leaving because of mountains and airflow? Not really, not over here. I've had some turbulence coming out of Florida. On the way here I did, just because of the tropical storm that's in that area right now. So definitely had some turbulence on the way over there, but not really over here. Where are you heading to? I'm just walking around. This is the last lap though, and then I'm gonna cut the stream, so probably got about 10 minutes left. If you guys have any other questions or something before we head out. Ivy areas had blackouts. I gotta hop off here, wanna make sure. All right, Cheryl, take care. I did get it, and thank you again. I appreciate it. Do you know if you have goat yoga? I'm not sure what goat yoga is. What is that? I know we have hot yoga. There's a place called Seafood City in Henderson. It's an Asian market. Where is that exactly? Is it in downtown Henderson or power outage in Miami? Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty crazy. I'm going to take a test soon. Could you please tell me that I can do it? What? Can do what? The test? Or what? I'm not sure what you mean. Have you met any creepy fans in person? Nope. Luckily. I met one person who followed the channel at the gas station a couple weeks back. That was pretty cool. Not used to that, so it was kind of like weird, but it was cool. He was very appreciative, very, you know, thankful for the videos. He enjoyed it, so he was telling me how he thinks I'm gonna be this big YouTuber over time, so I don't know. We shall see. Too many people with AC on in old buildings. See you. You've never heard of it? Don't you do yoga with little goats? That is interesting. No, I've never heard of that. That'd probably be pretty cool though. I would try it. I've been trying to do more yoga, more just active movement. That's why I'm out here walking. You know, I do a lot of strength training. I do a lot of weightlifting. So I end up being very tight. And I'm starting to pay for it now. You know, I kind of have been neglecting that part of my just health, I guess, over the last year or so. I used to be very mobile. I used to stretch all the time. and I just kind of stopped doing it. I don't know why, but getting back into it, stretching every day. So yes, test. Cool. Well, good luck, man. I think you'll do great. Not sure what type of test it is, but you will do great. Seafood City is around Silverado Ranch. Interesting. I may have to check that out because I'm a big fan of seafood. That park looks nice. It's huge. It's about a mile all the way around, so it's a nice walk to do 2 or 3 laps and get some good steps in for the night. I enjoy it. It's a nice area. I live in Queens. There are people stuck on the trains. Yikes. Yeah, I know there's people stuck in elevators too. I heard. I was watching something on YouTube earlier about it. I guess there's people stuck in like elevators and some of the skyscrapers and stuff. That's scary. I've been stuck in an elevator once. I was only 5 floors up, and luckily it was glass, so you could see out. But yeah, it's not a good feeling being stuck in the air and like not being able to get out. You know, you always like have that fear that like, what if this thing drops? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But what's the name of this walking trail? I want to do it. This is Cornerstone Park in Henderson. So it's really nice. I like it. This is probably my favorite one to just walk around. Just because of the lake, you know, you have like the wildlife out here. There's some ducks and geese, and a lot of people walking their dogs, and it's just a lot of people out here walking, especially once it starts to be like this time of night. You get more people walking because it's a lot cooler. So yeah, I really like it. Yeah, I get really tight and sore with your workouts, so it helps. There we go. That's right, Natalie. Keep it up. Is the Costco nice in Henderson? I've actually never been. I'm not a Costco member. I used to be when I was in Florida, and then I had BJ's in Orlando, but I just don't buy enough food to justify the Costco. It's just me. Like, I just live by myself, so. And I guess if I had maybe some, you know, if I had a partner or a spouse or kids or something, I could see it being a little more beneficial, but by myself, don't really need it. I was stuck in an elevator once too. I had a burrito in my backpack. Tell me, have you seen any snakes since moving? I've not seen any snakes here, surprisingly. I've seen some in Arizona, and I've seen some in California, but never actually here, which I thought I would definitely see more. I've seen some jackrabbits, but never any snakes. Seafood City is on Eastern Anthem, but they have other locations. I'll have to look that up. It sounds pretty cool. If you live in NYC, summers have electrical outages because too many people pulling electricity. My PF. Oh God, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. I work there thinking about transferring. You were thinking about transferring to the one out here, I assume? Because there's actually 2. There's one off of Sunset, and then there's one off of, God, what's that road? St. Rose. There's one off of St. Rose, and then there's one by Sunset. Is there Walmart there? Yes, there is. There's a Walmart and a Target just like a mile up the road from me here. Super close. There's also a Walmart neighborhood market, but stuff is super close. I mean, anything you need is here. Very, very convenient. Is it true the 7-Elevens in Vegas serve alcohol? They don't do like open containers, but yeah, you can buy liquor, anything, 24/7. Any gas station you go into, they all sell liquor behind the counter for the most part. You know, beer, wine. I know a lot of states you have to go to like a actual liquor store to get liquor, but no, here, I mean, you can get liquor in the grocery store. You know, you can get your bottle of Jack while you're getting your steaks for the night in the same store. So, are you almost home? Almost, kind of. sounds like a great place to live. Yeah, I like it here. I enjoy it. Really do. So, anyways, guys, it's starting to get dark. So that's probably gonna sum up this live feed. I just wanted to come on here and just do a quick walk, let you guys know I'm still live. Videos are coming back, and just kind of update you guys. And again, just come on and let you guys know I'm still live, and I'm still gonna be posting videos. Just was out of town for a week. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave any questions, comments, concerns down in the comments below. Video topic recommendations down in the comments below. And that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for coming on. Before you leave, click that thumbs up if you haven't. I really do appreciate that. That way more people get notified and that YouTube says it's a good video. So once again, thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching.